Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakwakwadah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my Ak and Wakwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this found captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So today's lesson is going to be on these Texas floods. Because I heard a lot of stuff like, oh, people were drowning. There was a bunch of shit that I really don't it's just judgment coming from the Lord, alright, basically. Alright, and it's not anything to, I guess even that's wrong. Let me actually get that. Fuck. Bear with me one moment, Slakia. I want to get this precept. It was fuck. Okay, it's this. Sirach chapter 25 verse 7. There be 9 things which hold on. There was another one.
You probably think these are pirates attacking ships, but the real story begins now. Actually, when the fishermen of Vietnam and Philippines catch fish, if you want to look strong.
I wish these were in order. Like, what the heck? Bear with me one moment. All right, let's check these out right quick. No, it might be multiple. But Sirach chapter 25 verse 7. There be 9 things which I judge in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Okay, so these are just the first 2 things where the Lord is going to allow us to be able to see the fall of our enemies. All right, the people that despise us, the people that hate us. Also, over here, Psalm chapter 37 verse 12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord will laugh at him, for he seeth his day is coming. So basically the Lord's going to laugh at the calamity, to laugh at the judgment that's going to fall upon the wicked. All right, so if the Lord's laughing at the wicked, what makes you think that we're not going to be laughing at the wicked when the Lord is finally judging them? All right, so let's see this next one. Okay, not this one. Not this one either, Slakia. Alright, whatever, it's fine. I basically got the point with this, with Psalm 37, 12, and 13, where we understand that the Lord is going to laugh at these people, and the Lord is laughing at these people. I just realized how funny that is. On top of that, we are also seeing these people suffering at that. Okay, and the thing is, the funny thing, or
Welcome
the beauty, fucking hell, bro. Ads. The beauty of it is that we're not the ones that are doing anything. We're not the ones that are. We can't cause a thing. If anything, there have been talks on. Actually, well, let's listen to this.
Stella, my daughter, I'm gonna go
Oh,
downstairs.
did she just say sell her daughter?
Underneath me. So about 4:30, I got up and I told Stella, my daughter,
Oh.
I'm gonna go downstairs and check it out, see what the noise is. And I opened my door to water.
Are you on a second level? So the water had already risen to the first level. Are you above the hunt store?
Yes.
Okay. What'd you do then?
I got my daughter, I got my dog and my dog's life vest. My daughter and I, we have a window that goes out of the bathroom onto the roof. So we got out onto the roof and...
So it was, she had her thing. She had a 2-story house. The water had flooded the entirety of the first floor and it was already up into the second floor. So she had to go to her bathroom with her daughter and her dog to climb up on top of the roof. That is crazy. And this is the judgment, all right? Because, you know, you can only imagine just how absolutely helpless you are, where you can't even run away, you can't even do anything, all right? And, you know, that's what we were in. That's the exact position we're in where we can't run away, we can't get away from this captivity that we're in, all right? We're literally just stuck, and we have to deal with it until Yahawashi returns, all right? Beautifully poetic, by the way. But also, they were the ones that did it, and they were the ones that... As a matter of fact, let's get that, all right? The ones that... Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15, and I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Okay, so they made things worse. They made it worse. All right, they're the ones that are adding on to the fire. All right. So let's continue on. Amos 3 verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it? All right. There's no implication here. It's very clear. Whenever there's evil, whenever there's these floods and whatever, the Lord is casting His judgment on these demons. All right. The Lord is the one that's putting these devils in their places. Okay, but yet you have all these people saying, oh my God, these people didn't deserve it, pray for these people. But well, the Lord didn't say He's going to pray for them. The Lord didn't say He cares about them. All right, the Lord is the one that's doing this stuff. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get that. Because people only want to get John 3:16, but they don't know what the other... In the same book, John 17:9, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which Thou hast given me, for they are Thine. So over here now, this is just this just seems like a contradiction. How is He gonna say that He loves the world, but then He's not gonna pray for the world? Okay. Does He not know is He double talking? Does He not know what He's talking about? All right, like these are the things that you guys have to do research and understand what these things are. Now, continuing on, Proverbs 12 verse 21, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Okay, if they were innocent, like a whole bunch of people say, all right, why did the Lord let that happen to them? All right, are you saying that the Lord is evil? All right, which maybe some of you would say that. Did I read this already? No, I did not. Psalms 37 verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. The Lord never forsook the righteous. Okay, if they were actually righteous, they would be protected. They would be taken care of. Okay, Isaiah 43 verse 13. Yea, before the day was I am He, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? So as soon as the Lord sets His sight on judging you, destroying you, whatever, there is no saving you. All right. And let me get. I want to see. Oh wow, this is 2 hours worth of freaking
Welcome to 627.
This is 2 hours worth of news on this whole Texas flood thing. I want to see one more story.
After hour for word on the more than 160 people who are still missing. There are several groups of volunteers, more than we can even count, that have stepped up to help all week long. And one of those first responders that was the first to join the effort, the Cajun Navy. When disaster strikes, this group is always on the ground as fast as they can to offer their support and help. Joining us now is Kevin LaFond, United Cajun Navy Southern Region Commander. He is also in Kerrville helping with the search and recovery. Kevin, welcome back. You and I spoke earlier this week. How has the challenge of search...
That's crazy, but yeah, you see that filibustering, annoying talk. Grieving daughter says mother's death was avoidable, blah, blah. There's Texas flooding. You see people over here. The fuck?
Well, here we are, 1 week after.
Mystic. Senator Ted Cruz telling us tonight 17 white crosses now stand in front of the cabin where the youngest girls stayed, representing the 17 people who lost
the area for their swift response.
Even though
the federal
Orko Mana, thank you.
Oh yeah, wow. Like basically you basically get the picture. You know, you see. Wait, what? What does he mean? He vows prevention
U.S. President
steps?
Donald Trump was in Central Texas on Friday to survey the damage from devastating floods that killed at least 120 people. Trump and First Lady Melania began their visit in hard-hit Kerrville, where they were briefed by local officials. Later, during a town hall, the U.S. president dismissed questions about the federal response to the floods and whether adequate warnings were provided.
Well, I think everyone did an incredible job under the circumstances. This was, I guess Christie said, a 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000 years. It's easy to sit back and say, oh, what could have happened here or there, you know. Maybe we could have done something differently. This was a thing that has never happened before. And nobody's ever seen anything. I've never seen anything like this.
Officials say some 3,400 people are involved in the search for the 160 people that are still missing.
The search for the missing continues. The people that are doing it are unbelievable people. That you couldn't get better people than this anywhere, Christie, right? Anywhere in the world, you couldn't get better people. And they're doing the job like I don't think anybody else could, frankly. And I want to thank them. I want to thank all of these great first responders who raced into very grave danger. We have some people that were incredible. The single Coast Guard rescue crew saved an incredible 169 children at Camp Mystic. 169. We're also taking historic action to ensure that such a nightmare never happens again. We're going to look and see how can the thing like this, they could say it's 100.
I don't know how he could ever, Slocky, that's how you know, like, these people are the devil, because they have no problems with making such empty promises and literally saying, we're going to make sure that this never ever happens again. Like, how the fuck do you stop a whole ass flood from happening? Like, you don't control it's literally so dumb. Okay, but anyway, let's read this, then we'll close out. Sirach chapter 2 verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see that ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any ever Slakia. Let me start over. Sirach 2 verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Alright, so that's basically the thing where the true children of YAHAWASHI that followed, okay, keyword followed after YAHAWASHI, you know, the Lord never left them to their destruction. He always took care of them, just as in the scriptures where, you know, the Lord would always go out of his way. You know, like for example, Joshua 10 and 11. What was that other example? The prophets, you know, Daniel and the lion, I think, the multiple prophets and the fire, stuff like that. All these different things where the Lord always protected his people that believed in him. Whereas comparatively, the Lord's going to let some shit like this happen and, you know, take these people's lives. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BASHEM, RICANS, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad Ball, and Shalom.